And the whole week, we've been interviewing members of Barangay Ginebra, and we continue that with the Kings of the PBA Commissioner's Cup. Now, today, we are bringing in two players who can finally call themselves champions in the league. Let's bring in two young dogs of the Gin Kings, the future of this team. Let's go all out on this story with Jamie Malonzo and Jeremiah Gray. Jay, good morning. And Maya, welcome back to the show, boys.
Andre,
thank you for having us, man. I appreciate it.
I wish I can have both of you here in the studio, but I know you guys are enjoying the well-deserved break after a really tough series against the Bay Area Dragons. Maya, I know you're at the beach. You're in Boracay, right? It's your first time. How has it been there in Bora so far, man?
Yeah, it's very beautiful out here. Very peaceful. You know, the weather is really nice. It's a little bit of sun, a little bit of clouds in the sky, but the weather's really nice, and it's nice to get out of Manila for a little bit and take a little break for sure.
I can't believe it's just your first time in Boracay, Maya. You love
Yeah, I know. Everybody always tells me that. It is crazy, but I had to finally decide to make the trip out here, and I'm happy I did that.
That's a great beach, great destination to spend your vacation after that conference. And Jamie, you're in an undisclosed location. How's everything doing, Jay?
Jeremiah's laughing, but no, I'm not as lucky enough to be in the sun like Jeremiah is. But man, everything's good. Just soaking it all in, enjoying the championship, having fun.
Yeah. I'm assuming you've been to Boracay before, right, Jay?
I have. It's a beautiful place. Oh my God.
So now you're both having a vacation, a short trip, and then we resume at the Governor's Cup. Has everything all sunk in? Because yesterday I was talking to Scotty Thompson. He's now in Japan with his wife. We had a conversation before his flight. And then he said, I'm still hungover, Dre. And rightfully so. You guys partied Sunday until 4 in the morning. Even JV, just partying, waking up late, still hungover. How about you, Jamie? Is it still there, that championship hangover? Your first title in the PBA, Jay?
Yeah, man, it's a good feeling. I haven't been doing enough drinking. I probably should get started on that. But man, I've been enjoying it. I've been soaking it all in, and it's been a good experience so far.
How about you, Maya? Have you been dancing? Because I heard Christian Standhardinger said that Scotty Thompson is a crazy dancer, along with Nards Pinto. Sunday after that championship, you guys were partying like crazy, and then even Scotty said Christian, for a 6'8" guy, was going so low, was dancing. So, how about you? Maya, how about you? Your championship hangover, is it still there? How's it winning your first title in the PBA, man?
Oh man, winning the championship. I mean, it's my first conference here too, and to win the championship in my first conference, it feels amazing. Like, it's a big blessing. I'm not much of a dancer like that, like my teammates are, but still, though, like I said, it's a good feeling to win this championship for sure.
But you boys sure know how to celebrate. That's for sure. You know what? The past few days, we've been having Coach Tim Cohn, SMC Sports Director, Boss Al Francis Chua Monday, Christian Standhardinger Tuesday, yesterday Scotty and JB. And they always say great things about you both, that you guys are both young, athletic. Even Christian said over and over, Jamie played huge in the finals, but you got to watch out for Maya. So I'm going to ask you this, Maya. How's your injury? Can you give us an update? Because they always talk nice things about you. Even Coach Tim says, watch out for these two guys, Jeremiah Gray and Jamie Malonzo. So how are you out of 100%, Maya?
Out of 100%, I would say, I'm coming along pretty well. I don't want to put a real percentage on it, but all I know is it's been a year since my injury, so it's since my surgery, and I think I'm pretty close to getting back to where I was before. I just need to get more reps in, keep on getting my legs stronger, and just start jumping off of my leg a little bit more, and then I feel like I'll be close to where I was before, if not even better. So I don't want to put a real percentage on it yet, but I'm just happy to be out there playing with such a great team, such a great teammates, and they're very supportive of me, always keeping my head up in this situation. So I think I'm pretty close to getting back to where I was before.
Yeah, I've seen you play like more than 100% in the ABL. Jamie, how's it like playing with Maya? Because you guys are really good friends. Like, how's it? Because people are already saying you're the future of Barangay Ginebra, Fast and Furious 2.0. How's it like playing alongside Jeremiah Gray, Jamie?
Oh man, it's a dope experience. It really is truly dope to have your friend, there with you and going through these experiences with you. We're the same age. We're pretty much at the same. We won our first championship together, so we're going through a lot of this stuff together, and it's dope to have a friend like that to do it with. I know Jeremiah has so much more to show the league, and like if y'all thought I could jump, Jeremiah could jump probably 2 times higher. Like he has a lot that the fans haven't seen yet. So.
Yeah, you both have bunnies, man. You both have hops for sure. Just throw the ball up there and Jeremiah can catch it. Jamie Malonzo can catch it. Is it the same for you, Maya? Like playing alongside a guy has the athleticism and skill like Jamie does, just bouncing up and down the floor?
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows how good of a player Jamie is, and it's really cool to have a good friend on the team, like Jamie said. We're going through this whole process together, this whole learning experience, and it's crazy. We won a championship in our first ride together. Hopefully there's a lot more to come, but yeah, it's amazing to play with Jamie for sure, and I can't wait to, in the future, hopefully play more together and see what we could do with this whole PBA career.
I know you're just both all soaking it in. How about that crowd? 54,000 plus people at the Philippine Arena. Your first time, for, both of you. Game 7 against a foreign team, and 99% of the crowd chanting Ginebra. How was that like, Jamie? Talk to me about it. Like experiencing this for the first time and everybody just chanting Ginebra and saying, Idol, win it, Idol, congratulations. How was that whole experience, Jamie?
Oh man, it was crazy. It was crazy for sure. I feel like before the game, me and Jeremiah were putting up shots, so we got to see the chairs. And once we started to see all the people fill up, game time came. Man, it was an amazing sight, to be honest. During the game, so much you don't really pay attention. We sort of focus on the court and what we got to do. But man, after the game, when the confetti and the fans were on the court, man, it was truly something special that happened in that arena that night. So it was fun for sure.
How about you, Maya? Just seeing politicians, celebrities, fans, everybody was there at the Philippine Arena, just really cheering for Ginebra that night, Game 7. How was it like, Maya?
Man, definitely a surreal experience. I mean, people always dream of, every basketball player dreams of playing in a packed out stadium with thousands of fans, but 54,000 is just an amazing experience. And like Jamie said, we were shooting before people came in the gym, and I was asking them, like, dang, bro, you really think these seats are going to be full? And it's just crazy to see that every seat pretty much was full all the way up to the top. And all those people in there cheering for Ginebra, like you said. So it's just a surreal experience for sure.
I'm happy for both of you. You got to experience that, and of course, getting the win against a really tough team in Bay Area. Jay, you had a double-double performance in Game 7, 22 points, 17 boards. Before that, you averaged close to 7 points a game. Here are your numbers, Jay, in Game 7. 6 boards a game in the first 6 games. And people were thinking the pressure was kind of getting to you, being it was your first time there in the finals. What was going through your mind, Jamie, especially entering Game 7, noting that you were kind of struggling the first 6 games. They were locking you down. And I was talking to JB and even Christian. They were locked and loaded before Game 7. Was that the same for you as well, Jamie? Like, were you one of those players saying, I want to put on a good show in this game and deliver really big, something special for my team in Game 7?
Of course. I was really, I sort of had the mentality, anything that's got to be done today for my team is I'm gonna go out there and do. And I started off slow. I only had 4 points in the first half, but I had 10 rebounds, and everyone kept telling me, keep rebounding. And so I told him I want to get 20 rebounds and 4 points tonight. And so it just so happened, I scored another 18 in that half, and I finished with 17. But yeah, man, it was one of those games. I was gonna lay it all on the team for my team that night. So
People are also saying, even Christian, he said that you were deserving to win the Finals MVP. You want to respond to that and talk about Christian like being the Finals MVP, because he was surprised that his name was called, and because everybody was deserving. Japet was deserving, Scotty was deserving, you were deserving to be Finals MVP, but they gave it to Christian. Your thoughts on that, Jamie?
I think that was already said and done by the first few games. Christian played his ass off out there, and he was playing both sides of the court, man. He was doing the defensive thing on Nicholson. Those first few games when Nicholson was around, he was giving us offense. Every game he came out and played great on offense as well. So, I sort of figured out he was going to get it sort of halfway through that first half of that series. So it wasn't a surprise at all. We have so much talent on this team, so you would think, it could go to anyone. But I think for Christian, that was one hell of a series he played for us. He kept everybody locked in throughout all 7 games. And I think that was the biggest difference for us, for sure, was having a guy like Christian on there.
How about you, Maya? Because, like I said, everybody's just raving about you and what you can bring to the table. And Christian kept on saying, C-Stan kept on saying, watch out for Maya. Watch out for what Jeremiah Gray can do. Because we all know he's going to be a force to reckon with in the future for us in Ginebra.
Christian's pretty much our glue guy on the team. He keeps everybody together. And a lot of the stuff he does, even though he scores for us, gets rebounds, but a lot of the good stuff that he does doesn't really show up on the stat sheet. Like, he battles with the big players. He's guarding the imports most of the games. When they had Nicholson, he had to guard Nicholson. Yeah. And, Christian's just a very motivating teammate, keeps everybody together, and a lot of the stuff he does just doesn't show up on the stat sheet. So, there's a lot of players that I think did deserve the Finals MVP, but the fact Christian got it, he deserves it just as much as anyone else does too. So I'm very happy for him.
It's really scary just to think about it. You're both young. Of course, you still have Christian there, Scotty there, LA still playing, Japet still there, JB in the next conference in Governor's Cup. That is his conference. Well, stick around. We still have a few minutes left. And Jamie Malonzo, Jeremiah Gray will still be with us after a really quick timeout, and they will also answer the questions that you sent us online on social media. Stay tuned to Sports Desk only here on CNN Philippines. We'll be right back. We're back. Thank you for joining us here on Sports Desk only on CNN Philippines. Our guests today, Jamie Malonzo and Jeremiah Gray, 2 young dogs of Barangay Ginebra. And we're going to take a look right now at some of the questions that you sent in online in a segment we call Fans Want to Know. Let's take a look at our questions right now. Let's start with this one's from Instagram. Okay, from Yoshi.irn. And the question is, did you have your first finals jitters? And if yes, how did you get past it? Jamie, did you have any jitters? How did you get past it, man?
Maybe a little bit. I know everybody keeps asking me this question because of the sort of the performance levels, but I feel like you just sort of train your mind to just realize it's sort of just another game.
Yeah.
And that's what I kept telling myself. So like on the team, like we got someone on any given day can pick up for another. So
yeah.
Jitters, a little bit. Not for real. It's just another game for me.
And it is understandable, of course. It's a big series. A lot of fans watching. Maya, is it the same for you? You just thought about it? It's just another game. Let's get through it.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I wouldn't say much of jitters, but just a lot of excitement. So it's very excited to be playing in such a big stage.
Yeah.
And just thinking of it as just another game. And I remember even on the championship, everyone was just saying it's just another Sunday, just another game.
Yeah,
Like, let's just go
yeah.
out there and play. So not really too many jitters, though.
Thank you for sending in that question, Yoshi. Now let's go to Jean Zambrano, and this is also on Facebook. And she wants to know, for both JM and Maya, what did you learn from the Commissioner's Cup Finals, and what else can you contribute to the team in the upcoming Governor's Cup? Maya, you want to answer first?
I learned that it takes a whole team to win a championship, for sure. A whole team from top to bottom. You got to take care of your body for sure, and it's a long, hard series when you play in the finals. So that's one thing I'll say I learned.
Jay?
And what else can you contribute to the team in the Governor's Cup? Oh, go ahead, Jamie. Go ahead.
No, Maya, what else can you contribute in the Governor's Cup? Yeah, go.
I would say, just go out there, play my hardest, hopefully keep getting better, keep increasing my role on the team, and just contribute being a good teammate and being a positive person on the team.
Jamie?
To answer the first one, I would probably say, just staying grounded. Coach Cone is probably one of the most disciplined coaches in the league, and you can see in the guys that have won championships that they're all disciplined and they're all grounded, and they know how hard it is to actually win a series in the finals. So definitely, never getting too high, never getting too low is one thing we preach. So staying grounded for sure. And what else I can contribute? Probably just the sort of the same stuff. I don't want to take any steps backwards. Just want to, progress with this team and get better. So hopefully everything we did last conference and more is what me and Jeremiah could both bring.
Thank you all for sending your questions, and thank you. I wish we had more time for both Jamie and Maya to answer all your questions. Thank you so much again for being on the show, Maya and Jamie. Thank you. Enjoy your vacation. We'll talk when you get back here to Manila. And think about this question: who has the higher vertical leap? That was one of the questions. Answer that next time. Thank you again. We just had Jamie Malonzo and Jeremiah Gray of Barangay Ginebra.